teamy.
They're pulling on the reins. They're beginning to turn the dinosaur around. And they'll start off, like you say, a ban onto Triumph's teammate.
I really want to see what Dino Riders thought of coming into this match, because it seemed like they had a draft strategy to win, and I came out of the last draft thinking that they probably weren't going to. They need to show me something better this time.
Maybe don't skip drafts.
Yeah, I mean, if you think they had a draft strategy to win, I don't like skipping a ban. So it makes no sense to me, other than a real show of, you know, to try and scare your opponent's killer. We don't even need to ban. Have whoever you want.
Yeah, how'd that work out, you know?
The day someone doesn't ban anyone and then wins the game will be the day I have a new favorite team. The bans, though, are pretty standard. Florentino will join Severa, Elsu, Richter, Superman, and Teamy on the ban list for this game, meaning the Dino Riders did win out the ban phase of the draft at the very least, getting rid of 2 target bans, the Teamy and the Superman. They'll also look to pick up the Xennial for the split lane by the looks of things, though they're hovering it. Definitely a powerful character.
Was the Xennial the problem last game, though?
I think it may or may not have been the problem, but it's also a very strong asset. If you remember, we had a lot of problems with Zeus, who felt caught between playing split lane and joining his team for fights. The Daniel's the answer.
I don't think TH is going to have trouble with that on Omen, though. TH is one of the most aggressive people we've ever seen, and he is notorious for attracting the entire team over to the Darkslayer because of that split pushing.
BMGaming get a Lindis to back him up, but Dino Riders continue a good draft. Bennett and Annette coming through.
One of the few teams that actually likes to run Yebeneth in the side lane, and I imagine Yikes is going to pilot that once more.
And this forces a Chognar in response, just to counter the pure CC.
Don't do it to me.
Oh, crashed. They have options. They've flared a lot of them. It will be TH and the Liliana. Crashed coming through to back it up.
That was down to the wire. And it seemed like Hoon told TH, just whatever, Liliana, fine.
Please. It's not Chognar, because D2 will hate you. Are we getting it? Ooh.
Yes, please. Ooh. The Alistair hovered by Dino Riders for the mid lane. He'll come through along with the Nakroth back in the hands of Hawaii.
Why?
Why are you pleased about that?
I'm very pleased about the...
You like seeing Alistair, but...
I do.
There's a specific situation that you pick Alistair against diving assassins like Crickneck. Lindis is not that.
But may I interest you in some roasted squid? Because you know what stops Crash really well?
Not when he's popped his metamorphosis.
It doesn't matter, though. How beefy do you want to be locked down underneath the tower in Magic Prison? It's literally the name of the spell, I'm sorry.
It's... The point of Crush is he's super beefy and he can take the damage even under the Magic Prison.
I think it's a valid answer to Crashed if you can pin him down. It's just as effective as the snare, but he can stack way more damage. A powerful Alistair in this meta can absolutely obliterate people. The only downside, of course, is his lack of mobility, but I think we can all agree that plenty of mages share that. Not least of which Illumia, and at least he does a little bit more damage than her.
Dino Riders aren't packing ADC.
No.
Does
that bother you?
Yes, it does. We made it a thing. It's a thing.
It was kind of...
Marksman, ADC.
The ADC meta was, I don't want to say disproven, but they...
It wasn't disproven.
Cool, I'm glad you didn't say that.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
No, that didn't happen.
Really upset him. But there were more options, sorry. There were more options presented. We didn't see a lot of other drafts coming through to properly contested. The Assassins definitely looked good. Like you said, though, I am surprised that it's signed with Rocker on and isn't running ADC.
Yeah. And BMG, we've got Omen, Lindis, Crash, Liliana, and Ryoma. But if Liliana's inside, if Lindis is inside jungle, well, let's find out. Can BMG get a 2-0?
I don't think it's going to be close.
Oh, already a little bit of trouble for Dino Riders. You might be right. BMGaming thrust out the mid lane. They'll go for a double invade.
In particular, MTS on the side lane, I think he's going to dominate, and I don't think that having an ADC, that not having an ADC will help him out.
Can I interest you in so much CC though? Alistair, CLZ, they've got the Nakroth stuns, they've got Shozen rocking in a net, they've got a Xennial, they've got a Yabeneth. Literally everyone has stuns.
One of the most vulnerable people to that CC. Mind.
Is this top lane? TH in a lot of trouble. Will flicker to safety. I take it back. Shrive continues the duel. Hawaii doing a lot of damage, but unable to find the kill.
That's a lot of wasted time there for Hawaii, who needs to be jungling right now.
He'll have to recall as well, given his low HP at the end of that engagement. Yikes in the bot lane will win versus MTS, but it'll scare him back.
Okay, this invade coming in here from basic, can he get some of these monsters? Because if he does, that really puts Hawaii back.
Yeah, Hawaii spends so much time up top and does lose a little bit of his jungle as a response. Nothing significant, but every little bit counts.
I want to explain that to the viewers, though, because in the top, that looked like an even trade, but that was the jungler. He's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be jungling and getting farmed up. That's why that was a losing trade for Dino Riders.
Yeah, and they didn't get any tower pressure off of it this early, especially with Zenial in lane. That's just not worth it.
Already the Spirit Signal picked up, and they're going to rotate over the Abyssal.
BMGaming looking to contest both early objectives. They'll be met, though, with a wave in mid. Chosen there with the Gust Force and Wind Cuffs, unable to make the combo happen.
And this is going to be a battle raging all day, and TH is already looking to cut the wave.
There's a lot of good initiation stuns, though. Magic Barrier from the Alistar. Chosen as the Wind Cuffs. There's like a lot of options to start fights here.
Yeah, plenty of CC. They need to land it, though. And the most vulnerable heroes are Basic and Hoon, and I trust them not to get caught by that.
Yeah, very good players for their roles. Dino Riders will be playing pretty passive across the map after that initial humiliation in the top lane. They don't press into the Abyssal just yet, leaving BMGaming to make the first move.
Neither team wants to take this Abyssal Dragon. They're just kind of clearing out their own wave. Maybe BMG wants to take it now, though.
And got pressure nearby. Where does the damage come from on a Dino Rider side like this?
It has to be a team effort because they're not getting a major source out of one player. Mostly it's going to come from CLZ and Hawaii, but it's going to be lacking.
Chosen might be in trouble. He'll spend the heal. Yikes drifts back as well. Basics coming in though, and Chosen's overextended in the wrong direction. Basic should get one. He will. Yikes tries to get to safety. The Angelic Splinter is here. Can he live? Yes, he will. But for how long? Triumph dives and answers that question. It'll be an even trade on that. But 2-1 overall in the fight. BMGaming walking away with an advantage.
Remember, that's a support for a side laner though, so that's better for BMGaming.
Yeah. Not just the advantage in itself, and they'll continue getting an Abyssal Dragon, further building that lead.
And they might be able to get this bottom tower if MTS rotates over. That is the value of taking out the Yevoneth.
Very, very high value. MTS will pick it up. The rest of the rotate from BMGaming does work out to cover their mid lanes. They'll lose nothing for that whole engagement and pressure.
Yeah, and they're continuing to put the pressure on here. CLZ just has to run away.
Just backing off. Not much to find there as MTS shifts towards mid, or towards the bottom lane.
Something like
Like mid, but it's down at the bottom of the map. Zeus is up top. He's been caught out by TH, and that's actually a pretty good death and break. The rest of the team will come through. Zeus has the shield. He'll spend the Malleus to re-engage rather than try and escape in vain. And he hurts their pride.
Right, that's the only
Not
thing
much else.
That's the only thing he really do in that situation, which is a sad state to be in. BMGaming are doing excellently right now.
Oh, that's a good magic prison, though. Hurricane Wall as well. They've got Hoon badly separated from the fight, but there is no punish, and Chosen is incredibly low. He'll go down. Hawaii is in the middle of this fight. How long can he stand? Hoon did go down in trade, but he'll go down first, meaning that actually this is now a 3-for-1 trade. Only Hoon to fall, and another tower, and another 3 kills. Back to BMGaming.
That is the cherry on top. Even after that successful fight, they get the tower up top because they didn't even have the numbers there. That is just devastating.
It's been working very, very well. Dino Riders do have to Angelic Splinter and Zeus just to hold the mid lane. CLZ doesn't have the damage he's looking for to stop Triumph.
By the way, that last fight, they got the Magic Prison on the exact target they wanted in Hoon, and it still didn't result in the kill.
No, they did get the kill. It was just so late in the fight.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Hoon managed to stay alive for a very long time. It wasn't the Magic Prison. Oh, that's good death embrace. Hawaii spends the Judgment's Blade. Good stall up. That might have saved his life. Triumph does have the Metamorphosis stun. That means BMGaming can disengage.
Small victories here for Dino Riders, but not going to add too much if they can't make use of it.
Abyssal Dragon is up for grabs. BMGaming will again grab it. Both hands, Daniel.
They grab it by the throat and put it in their coffers.
That's animal abuse.
Right, but that's why
So
he's
is
there.
what they're doing to Dino Riders.
Right, just a little bit.
BMGaming will be continuing this pressure, and I really like this. We see it a lot of the time from teams in the lead. They play too defensively. But this is a team that's just focusing on split laning, gathering resources, and pressing down as many towers as possible.
And Basic is farming so quickly on this Lind. It's getting so much damage to her name.
Shows, yikes. All looking for pressure. Magic Barrier will be spent. They're able to push back some of the BMGaming members. Yikes being the front lines does help out. Actually, Hawaii is caught out. He'll get to safety, the benefit of the speed of the Nakroth.
Right, but BMGaming sees 4 members and they say, well, okay, we'll rotate to the rest of the map and continue to gain a macro advantage.
How do you feel this Nakroth's building? There's been a lot of effort, I think, to focus the gold on him, and yet he's being out-farmed. Oh, TH, Angelic Splendor. Oh, that got him out!
Somehow able to get out of there. Didn't have the stun ready, didn't have the Death Beacon, unfortunately.
Yeah, Zeus managed Angelic Splendor out right at the end to the Death's Embrace. Anyway, I was going to ask you about Hawaii.
Hawaii looks like he's going for the same build as last time, probably into that Clavis Sancti after this, after he's picked up the Sonic Boots, but again, he's just not farmed quite up enough to make a difference.
Yeah, so much of their jungle being stolen away. Here's Basic demonstrating. Thanks. Just constant little bits of it being taken away, and that does add up.
Yeah, and on the other hand, look at MTS, has the most gold in the entire game. If he lands a Wailing Blade, they're going to be chunked down to death.
There it is, Wailing Blade on Zeus. Even with his high HP, it's a death sentence. TH will grab Yikes as best he can, but Yikes can fall back behind tower during the pressure with a nice Redwood rush.
Right, but he does have to stay there, which means there's no answer to the crush. He's their best answer to that crush, and he can't be with the team because he's constantly defending against his split pressure.
Look at that wave clear. Not bad from the Alistair. Fortunately, that's all that's not bad, as the rest of the Abyssal Dragon pressure comes through. BMGaming will get it. They try and challenge MTS in the meantime, but he's content to just bail, and Hawaii eats a full combo. They do land the Magic Prison. They do get a kill onto Chosen, which isn't great, but it is a return.
They had to get everyone onto MTS to make that happen because Hawaii by himself could not. That's what it takes to take a single member of BMGaming down.
But this is what we ask for whenever teams are soundly behind. Just find your picks, spread out across the map, don't challenge in a 5v5, and that is what Dino Riders are doing.
Right, and he was 3-0-3 coming into that, so that's about a 600 gold advantage that they just got from that.
Not bad at all, and why he's finally managing to challenge, if not win, a few of these jungle camps that have been so consistently stolen away from him.
I'm loving this from TH, just continuously pushing the waves out. That is the job of an Omen. You don't mess around and join teamfights, you split push all day long.
Zeus fleeing from Triumph again.
Oh, look at this. Is this Fenrir's Tooth coming out from MTS? He is feeling himself.
All right. Fenrir's Tooth will buff his damage. There's a Magic Prison, though. Basic caught out. They cannot. Okay. Oh, Chosen. Hurricane Wolf for the kill. You don't see that every day. TH will dive in. Death's Embrace did land, but the answer is there. And Yikes, Redwood rushes. There's the Nature's Realm. This is quite a good team fight, actually. Triumph is stalled out. TH is low. He'll over aggress, and be shut down.
MTS?
Yikes, what are you doing? A dig dive. MTS arrives from the side. Zeus is there to tank, though. That'll keep everyone alive. And Chosen lands a good win cup after good win cup and finds another kill for the team.
That was the dream fight for Dino Riders. They got as many kills as they could possibly get in that situation. CLZ leading the way with all of those stuns, and now they're turning that into that Dark Slayer.
Dino Riders are back in this game as Dark Slayer goes their way. That'll bring the gold back to even and give them the opportunity to take tower after tower. BMGaming, though, are making the right opportunity choice to respond.
Right, the 10-minute mark has passed, which means that Enraged Abyssal Dragon's up, and look how quickly Basic takes that. Oh my goodness. So
He's
this
level 15?
Yeah, he's level a billion, something like that. Working out for him, and that is great for BMGaming. Just because they lost that fight, just because they lost the Dark Slayer, does not mean that they're going to start to allow Dino Riders back into this game. If they can hold on here, they still have the advantage.
Yes, and they do still have the advantage for now. That Darkslayer Drake will be summoned, presumably, you typically see with close games like this, it's summoned very, very far back just to give the maximum buff time on the minions. That will mean there's a while where Dino Riders almost don't need to worry about their towers.
I wonder if Dino Riders are going to wait until both buffs are nearly gone in order to make that happen.
That would be, it seems, the sustainable play. Could also summon the Drake for a little bit of a team-fight buff. We've seen that occasionally, just to make sure that you have a little bit extra damage in team-fight and hope it makes the difference.
By the way, oh, wait for a second, actually.
Poke coming through. Not a whole lot of damage. MTS does jump back after a little bit of poke.
Hoon building the Tome of the Reaper, which reduces healing by 50%. That is targeted toward Yebeneth and Annette and Xenial as well. And 3 heals.
Look at that wave clip. That's not bad. The Matrix of Woe absolutely burning through minion waves.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It gives lots of woe to those minions.
That's what I want in my Matrixes of Woe. Basic. We'll chase the Zeus back in lane, and you can see BMGaming still have what's necessary to bully Dino Riders back, but we still have that Drake available. That'll be summoned in the last minute like we were talking about. You still have an opportunity for Dino Riders to make this happen.
Right, I do like BMGaming's movements, though, around the map. They're bullying them around and utilizing their gold lead and the
They missed the Drake.
Did they?
Yeah, it's no longer, it was on Hawaii. They missed it.
That is a terrible mistake.
They just missed the timing. No Drake will be summoned, and this is devastating. Now Dino Riders just will not benefit, aside from the gold from that Darkslayer take.
Yeah, that amounted to 0. You can't make mistakes like that.
UltiH now wants to punish it. He'll dive in for this Sage buff. They do pass it over to Basic, although, frankly, who cares? He's already at level 15. But keeping it away from Hawaii is worth it in and of itself.
Yeah, Basic hyper farming there, making sure to get as much on the Linus as possible.
Hoon caught out, that's quite good. Hurricane Wall for the kill. Hawaii will be able to secure it. That is what they need.
Finally, the CC train coming in through, but MTS.
Hawaii will dive in.
What?
Burns down. Basic chucks him, eats him for breakfast, shows and bails. He's caught up as well. MTS for the execute. Now the Matrix of Woe to try and stall. Yikes coming through as well with the Nature's Realm. That might be enough to slow down this fight, but they've lost Zeus. They've lost CLC. He's a lost cause as Yikes falls back. The Redwood Rush barely taking him behind the tier 2 tower, where they must now cower for the next 35 seconds.
CJ, this is the issue with this sort of composition. Once the first line of defense falls, there's nothing protecting the rest. There's no CC to keep you alive, and BMGaming run roughshod over them.
And I don't know if Yikes can even hold for this long. Hawaii will be back just now. High ground's been exposed in 2 lanes, soon to be 3. Oh, that's good. Nature's Realm deployed, but there's no one to follow up. They're all dead, Yikes.
Right. Yeah, and it doesn't do it in the minion wave, which means BMGaming can continue to push in. This bottom tower has died as well.
Only high grounds left for Dino Riders.
All right. Well, Yikes has the most gold on the side of Dino Riders, which is not good. He needs to provide that damage if you're going to have the highest gold, and I don't think he really can. CLZ, meanwhile, only 7,000 gold to his name, the least on his team. So even if he lands in Magic Prison, it's not going to be doing all that much damage.
Dino Riders, to their credit, though, still handling this pretty well. Yikes taking wave clear on the opposite sides of the map. That Xenial splitting a little bit, and the rest of the team playing within quick reaction distance to anything that could go wrong.
We just saw a microcosm of why Liliana bullies around the Alistair, because the blinding light just simply outranges the magic barrier.
Yeah. Both are instant stuns, both are point and click stuns. One is longer range than the other, although magic barrier does last annoyingly long.
Right, and it seems like you're stuck there for forever, but Hoon is playing around it reasonably well this game.
MTS might be caught out, actually. There's the Ring of the Fiend for the speed boost. They decide it's not worth chasing, though, as MTS is able to get to safety.
Right, if they continue to chase that, they're going to lose towers.
Zeus may go down anyway. That's the Death's Embrace landed. He's got so much HP, though. He'll just survive. They can't get him.
Right, I like this decision here from BMGaming. We've seen so many teams over-aggress onto the Xenial and then just die.
Both major buffs are coming back now. Darkslayer and Abyssal Dragon will come up now. Dino Riders must contest one. Basic is focusing down the Darkslayer at this moment. He can solo it. That means the pressure coming through this team fight matters for so much. Dino Riders want to dive. Zeus is just focusing it. He'll go all the way out to the fight and try and steal. He can't do it, but he can get basic. Zeus, that might have saved everything. They haven't lost anyone. Zeus will Angelic Splendor back. He'll get to safety. Safe within the Nature's realm. Pulled in by TH. He may finally fall, but the rest of Dino Riders are here to save him. And they've got so much healing. They trade it back again. This time it's TH to fall. And somehow, only losing Hawaii, they've scraped out a team fight win. It may be temporary, as Zeus needs to narrowly escape again, but he's done it.
Dino Riders somehow managing. Ooh, never mind.
Maybe not. Blinding light. Hoon comes through. MTS with the chase. He'll shut down Chosen. Yikes, now called out. He too will fall. And despite what looked so good, BMGaming come out on top at the end of it all.
I thought they had survived. They had won that fight just off the back of health bars, but unfortunately, MTS showing why he is one of the best in North America, coming in with those kills.
Zeus needs to make a stand. He'll go in. He's got the wave clear, but the tower, the high ground, should fall, and it does. Zeus, can you recover from that? He doesn't have any allies to do so as the Riki shot collides with his HP bar, chunking him. ZLZ now realizes something's wrong. Maybe they bait and actually triumph in. That's why the Metamorphosis comes through. BMGaming want to charge forward, and they do for a moment.
Hawaii can't even get in to deal any damage as Basic takes the Abyssal, and that is getting even worse here for Dino Riders.
Oh my God! Impaled on the end of a spear. Hawaii is turned into a shish kebab by MTS. Now they'll charge forward. Zeus again trying to take an objective, trying to stall out Yikes in the meantime with the Nature's Realm, stopping the rest of the team. The Drake will fall, but only barely. The second high ground stands up at the end of it all, but very narrowly. And Basic is here. He's very low. Tower down. Zeus needs to stall. Desperately slow down this fight. The Angelic Splendor will not finish. He's gone. Basic, Dark Blessing is forced, but he's still alive, and there's only one high ground still up.
The only thing keeping them alive is CLZ managing to take out Hoon there. The damage is finally coming in, but TJ, I think it's a little bit too little too late.
Dino Riders had moments of life, long moments of it, but those moments may be waning.
They're starting to build into their final items, though. Maybe they can make something happen, but
it is comeback territory. We're almost at the 20-minute mark where comebacks do happen.
It's so hard to come back from having one tower versus 9, though, no matter what the gold situation.
This late in the game, though, one good team fight may completely equalize.
They need one devastating team fight. They need They need an ace.
We haven't seen that yet. We did see Zeus absolutely be a hero for his team. Multiple times now, actually.
It all really comes down to CLZ. Hawaii can't really do anything unless everyone's locked down, so he can go in with his Judgment's Blade.
Yeah, we've seen him impaled a few times. Here's the wave that will probably decide the opening phase. It arrives up top. Zeus dives forward to the counter. He'll be chained in. Death's a break spent. He's got the HP to survive this. Maybe the Angelic Splendor will come through. He's burned down. That's a full minute on respawn. That may matter quite a bit.
And they may be able to push into this top tower in that time.
Now the dive, Hawaii finds a response. That's Basic down. He's got Blade of Eternity though. He'll be right back, and Hawaii is melted for a full 50 seconds himself. The final high ground should fall. Wave's been cleared though. Triumph is burned very low. Shows it. That's a good hurricane wall. Basic's just chipping away the whole time though. That tower will go down. MTS is very low, as is Triumph. MTS to fall to Yikes. Now they've got the Death's Embrace. Yikes in a lot of trouble with the Nature's Realm already spent, but the rest of his team does come through, and Yikes lasts a very long time. He'll be back thanks to Blade of Eternity. Oh, and the Redwood Rush, it is beautiful. They're all so low. DH is back with Blade of Eternity, but he is low himself. He'll dive in well underneath the core tower. Wind cuffs, magic barrier. It's not quite enough, but they drop him low enough to stall out. Those respawns, the players that died a full minute ago, have now begun to come back. Hawaii will return to the battlefield in moments, furious and with the mobility to back it up. That means for now, it's time for BMGaming to reset.
Dino Riders do come back from the dead and they're able to defend, but you know what else is back, TJ? You know what else has arrived?
Oh, yes!
The Super Minions.
The Swole Boys marching down the mid lane.
They are so swole. Okay, one thing in Dino Riders' favor here is that we saw a lot of Blade of Eternity stacks go off there, which means they're not going to have those revives for the next fight. Perhaps now this is their final opportunity to win a team fight since they can't come back to life, speaking of BMGaming.
BMGaming may be out of Blade of Eternity to charge us, but they have map control. They have all 3 towers slain. That means these next few seconds, these next 6 seconds actually, as the Dark Slayer comes up, likely decide the game.
And they should have 5v4s, 5v3s to their name, because any fight around here can't be taken by the whole team, since Dino Riders have to defend their core, and indeed, they're not even going to defend it at all.
Unlikely to make the Zeus mistake twice. Dino Riders have held on, but this may be their last stand.
They've held on for a long time, over 20 minutes now, but yeah, this is likely going to be it with the Drake pushing down their throats.
And the Swole minions again. Being able to
Best
push
buddies,
down.
they're even swoller now, TJ.
Oh, yes! They hit the gym, the Drake summoned, and now they are the beefiest boys to ever be imagined as the magic barrier comes through. They can't kill them. They're just tanking it all. The beefiest boys press through mid. Finally, they'll be taken down. The Drake working its magic the whole time. Dino Riders need a dominant point fight. There will be a dive. Who knocked low? Hawaii doing his work. Yikes will go in with the Nature's Realm. The wave clear able to come through during this time. Triumph spends his metamorphosis to little avail. They've got wave, but the next wave of beefiest boys has arrived, and the Drake still isn't slain. Yikes will dive in. That's a lot of damage. Oh, that's very good actually with the wind cuffs coming through. Yikes will be chained in by the Death's Embrace, but Yikes can't dive in even further. And MTS with the magic prison. He's knocked very low. If they can get a good Redwood Rush, that's the kill. He's able to heal up. Oh, the burst! Hawaii's denied. He's got Blade of Eternity and the Angelic Splendor. That barely combined is enough to keep him alive. Zeus may have sacrificed his life, but he will successfully disengage.
Yikes seemed like he was taking on the entire T1v5, and BMGaming had to run away from that because of all that pressure there. But in the end, they could not make it happen.
You might be happy if you're a Dino Riders fan. They survived the Dark Slayer. Now they'll need to... Oh, you let it reset.
That's okay. It's fine. But it's fine. It's okay.
However, the Enraged Missile Dragon will eventually go over to BMGaming.
I am just in awe of how much Yikes has been able to do in these fights. By the way, Hawaii does pick up the Death Sickle, so that is something that could maybe help him stay alive and finish off a kill.
Blade of Eternity update for those seeking it. Currently available on Zeus and the Alistair of CLZ. Opposing them, it will be 3 blades now coming back up for TH, Hoon, and MTS respectively. Oh, and basic.
So when Yikes goes in, who needs to stay back so he can get some damage on him? Otherwise, he heals too much. They need to have the healing reduction coming from that Tome of the Reaper. Otherwise, they cannot take him out.
Yeah, and it's been gross. These are no longer the beefiest boys. They're just swole boys, and they should be pretty easy to shut down for a full late game team.
This is still comebackable here for Dino Riders despite the overwhelming odds, so BMGaming has to be careful, which is why they've been unable to finish it quite yet.
This has been like a long defense. They've got all the towers minutes ago. We've hit 23 minutes.
Right, they've been losing these fights though, which is, I can understand why they're being so defensive.
Will dive in. Yikes actually caught in the Death's Embrace, forced to spend in early Nature's Realm. They've got a full team focused in. The Angelic Splendor will come through. Yikes remains unslayed. The Riki shot will connect. Shosen's in a lot of trouble, but TH goes down first. He does have the Blade of Eternity. He'll be back. Shosen will not for a full minute. Hood goes down. MCS down. Lots of blades popped. The second kill will come through, but I don't think it's enough. CLZ needs to do so much damage, and Yikes will get only one. That's MTS down in response. CLZ has his blade popped. Zeus is down. CLZ to finally fall, and unless Zeus pulls off a miracle, it will very narrowly be a BMGaming victory.
They finally finish it off. BMGaming playing it safe, but playing it right, in my opinion. They finish off Dino Riders and bring that 2-0 to their once contenders.
What a game to end today's Valor Series Season 3. Congratulations, BMGaming, but a lot of respect to Dino Riders.